My people, welcome to another interesting recipe. Today we are taking banga soup. So to start with, you want to wash your palm kernels as seen in the video, then put it in a pot and heat it up. Once it boils and cook for a while, don't mind me guys. This day was a market day, so I just came back from market. I didn't get a chance to put everything together because well, it was already afternoon and of course we were hungry and banga was the main thing for that day. So yes, I just started off immediately. That was me trying to pound it. Somehow the mortar refused to settle, so I was struggling with it. Anyways, this is how you get to pound it. If you want to get the real fresh palm juice from this your kernels, you have to pound it well. Yeah, that was me pounding it. You can see that all the kernel fruits, I mean nuts, are well pounded together. So yes, next thing you want to do guys after pounding it well is to turn it into a container. Well, I was done with mine, and when I tried to use this silicone plastic, it was too light. It couldn't turn it or pack it, so I had to change into something stronger. This was me using an iron spoon to scoop it out, put it in a pot, and then use water to really milk out all the banga juice from this palm kernel nuts, right? Yeah, turning it took a while because it was really heavy. I don't even know how heavy it was. And guys, this was my first time, my first attempt at making banga soup. So come with me guys. How is the day going? This was me scooping everything out. After a while I used water to really milk out the juice. See that freshness, man, fresh palm juice. Yes, so I had pre-cooked my cow offals. This was the banga spice I was adding in, and then the cow offals were now put into the banga juice. It is boiling. I was putting in some seasoning and some salt to taste. Yes, and I had already washed my fresh fish, catfish to be precise. This was crayfish, by the way. What's a banga soup without crayfish, my people? If you want that local, vibrant taste, you need to put enough crayfish. So this was crayfish powder that I just turned in. Next is to add in my pre-washed, pre-seasoned. I washed the catfish and then I season it, after the banga and the offals with the seasoning have boiled properly. Yes, the next thing I was doing here was adding in my pre-washed, pre-seasoned catfish. I started with the head because of course it takes longer to cook, and of course if there's any tendency of burning, that would be the first that should burn. So yes, I had it pre-seasoned. You can see that it is still fresh, so I add it in. You want to add it in after everything has been added because you know how delicate fresh fish can be. You don't want it scattering all over the place, and of course because the fish was seasoned, I put in all the juice that has come out of it. Of course, if you put water, if you put salt and some seasoning cubes, it tends to bring out some juice from it. At this point I needed to adjust with some salt and some seasoning because they weren't enough, so I adjusted with salt and some seasoning so to be okay. And then I started prepping my scent leaf, guys. The upgrade in your soup the moment you add in this scent leaf is on another level, so you don't want to skip this step. I was prepping, you know, removing and doing justice to the scent leaf after I'd have washed it. It was already washed, so I was just picking it. And then, yeah, we're almost done. Next thing after picking all the scent leaf is to want to cut it into your desired sizes. Some people like cutting it big. Some people don't even cut it, they just squeeze it and then drop it as big as it is, while some other people would just drop it the same size it is, and then some others would like to cut it very tiny. Well, I did mine just medium size. I'm not used to cutting using chopping board, my people. I always cut my vegetables or whatever it is I use with my hands, but I was struggling. I was literally struggling to cut it on the chopping board. Almost I got tired. I just continued the way I was raised. Who else is like me that doesn't know how to use chopping board? Anyways, it gets the work done. So yeah, this was me rounding off. And the moment I was done with it, I put it straight into my banga soup I was already cooking. Can you see how yummy it's looking already? And of course you have to be careful. Don't forget that you have already put in the fish, so yeah, stirring will have to be tactical. You have to be tactical about stirring. See how thick it has become. The water, the juice is reducing, it is evaporating, and it's cooking beautifully. Guys, food is ready. So I was dishing out my rice. I paired my rice, guys. You can use semo, you can use garri, you can use any other thing that you want to use with banga stew. You can, eat anything that you want to use with. And this is the gorgeous banga soup ready. The gorgeous soup is ready to be eaten, guys. Come and join me, guys, and eat this gorgeous banga soup and rice. Oh my goodness, guys, take a look. Thank you very much for watching. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in my next one. Love you. Bye.